everybody. I'm back for another round of Canje Plays, and this time we're playing This War of Mine. So, um, this is a game that I have put on my. It's the only game on the list right now, but it's on the list of what I'd like to call hashtag Rob Mel made me buy from Rob's Gaming Table. I haven't watched this playthrough of it at all, which is funny enough, but just the conversations around how they like the game so much, I was like, okay, I gotta give it a try. So I got it, and we're gonna play it. But it's on my list of Rob and Mel made me buy. I want that to be the trending hashtag for people who buy games from watching other streamers, because it'll kind of like the Kevin Bacon effect. Hey Kate, how's it going? So in all seriousness, I mean that is serious, but but this game is it's a fun game to play, but it has a serious tone. Just to let people know it. Hey Gazumi, good luck, thank you. Just to let people know, it has a serious tone, and it's meant to have a serious tone. Basically, the story is that there's it occurs in our time, and it's a country that is locked in a conflict. Rebels have taken over, and the country is just kind of being shelled and starvation and being locked down. And the only people and we're playing people who live in that country. So we're not playing soldiers who are going around shooting other soldiers or driving a tank. We're actually the people caught in the middle of it all. And what we have to do to survive. It's pretty good. And it comes with, so narrative guy, right? It has a narrative. And it comes with this book that's called the Book of Secrets. And this book has countless things and possibilities of choose your adventure that will happen as we go about walking through this world. This interests me heavily because my stories that I said I've always told you I'm a huge guy that's into lore. And my lore doesn't have to be happy-go-lucky. It could be tragic as long as as long as you're telling me a story in your game. And this game tells a story. And that is why I had to get it. And I had to bring it to the table and share it with you all. And we're going to have a fun time. There's going to be some moments that happen in it that will be awful. Right, location. But that's just, I mean, that's war. It's showing that the people caught in the middle suffer, and how we go about helping them suffer is there are 3 chapters, and we have to get through each chapter. And if we could get through the three chapters, then we come out the other end in whatever state that we're in. Now, we deal with hunger, we deal with misery, we deal with the fatigue, with being tired from doing stuff, we deal with getting shot at. There are snipers out there. I mean, it's the life of someone stuck in this conflict. And there's a lot of people who can relate to this type of thing, who've lived this life. So hopefully this game is just kind of a homage and a telling of, so that we can experience a little bit of this much of what their life was like. So let's go ahead and get into it, and we will play this through, see how it goes, have some fun, hopefully not die, but you know my dice rolls, and keep as quiet as possible as we march into this war of mine. So let's get some information. Then I got something I want to share with you, and then we'll get down to the table. So let's get some information. Okay, so this War of Mine on BGG, it's overall it's rated 146 and thematic 36. That's pretty big for Board Game Geek, because Board Game Geek encompasses we game players who come down to the table and play these games, and we rate them, right? The community does. And for the community, giving this game a thematic 36 is huge. And I think so too with that Book of Secrets. They got a 7.9 because it's not for everybody, right? Some people will say it's too dark. There's no win condition. There is a win condition, just to let you know. Or they'll say, like, it's not my speed because it's just too much for me to take. and that's okay too. I mean, it's war. It sucks. So it's not going to be happy go lucky and people are smiling. So it happens, and we take it in kind. I think this game is grand. I watched a couple playthroughs. Not too much to spoil anything, but a couple playthroughs from One Stop Co-op Shop from Antlab Games. And I didn't watch Rob's because I wanted to. I wanted to. I know I will watch his to completion, and I don't want to do that because that's spoiling it for myself. So let's now, as you can see, it's best played single player, and I'll explain that as we set up the board because I got a lot of shenanigan shuffling to do. But I'll explain why it's best single player. And it is. It goes for about 45 to 120 minutes. It's gonna be longer than that. Like that might be a gross undershot, but we'll see how far we can get. It might go 2 minutes and I die. You don't know. The game was made by Michael Orox and Jacob. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Jacob. I'm not going to try because if I mess it up, I'm going to feel terrible. But it was published by Awaken Realms Games, and we all know Awaken Realms makes some awesome stuff, and this is no different, right? So let me get some information to you, and the information is for people who get this game, it's a lot of cards, it's a lot of components. You'll be using a ton of Ziploc bags if you go that route. I ended up searching, I'm an Etsy shopper, so I ended up searching on Etsy, and I found this group called the Destroyers. Yeah, I know. But let's switch over. But I found this group called the Destroyers, who has this insert. And there are a lot of insert. Raptor has inserts, that type of thing. But these inserts, this insert holds the War of Mine and the Tales of the Ruined City expansion all in the main box. Now, they had released this before they did, before the next expansion, Days of the Siege, came out, which is the latest expansion to the game. I bought that too. So, but this is their insert, and it's really cool because you got like these jagged areas where things are broken, looks like buildings, and it's just building itself out. They're located in Italy, so shipping will be interesting, but cost of shipping is free. They'll ship it to you free, and you'll pay the price of what you get, and they will, I mean, they even tell you how long it'll take to get there if you send it. Now, I contacted them because I was like, hey, this looks cool, I'd like to get this. If I will buy this from you if you can get it to me before This War of Mine stream. I will mention you. And so they're like, cool. And so they sent it to me, and here it is. So I'm giving them a shout out because the components are cool. They're very nice. They're very sturdy. You will need glue. They're not snap and go. So you will need glue to glue pieces together. Very easy to put together. The instructions are not hard. It took me 2 hours to build the whole thing with gluing and everything, and it was done. So I would highly recommend. I recommend them, and I don't even think Raptor has the expansion for Days of Siege either. So I think every single insert just basically has this now, and their components are pretty good. It fits everything really nice. There's no lift lid, which I hate that so much. But there's no lift lid whenever you put everything in the box. It closes properly, and it's not crunching anything down. So these pieces look really great. I like them a lot. I have them, and you'll see them on the table when I go down. But as you can see, like these broken building pieces, it looks like that a lot of them are broken off. See, like here. It looks like a building crumbling around the people and stuff like that. It's really, and the pieces are very sturdy. When I was popping them out, I was scared that, because they're laser cut, and I was scared I was gonna like break them. But I pushed on them and they came out without an issue, and they were solid. All right, Destroyers. They're right now on Etsy. Etsy's the way to go. Anyway, here we go, down on the table. Let's do it. Okay. So we've got our table here. I haven't done a lot of the setup because I shuffle for shenanigans. I don't want you to think, oh, you set something up and it's going to be, there's a lot of fiddliness going on. This game also comes with this thing called a journal. And this journal has on it basically what you need to do. Oh, and the Dice Drawers thing is down in the comments. Yeah, I mean in the description. The link to it is there. This journal tells you how to play the game. And look at this thing. It's super tiny. It just tells you how to get into the game and play, and you're good to go. This is it. This is the instruction manual. And what's funny is when you open it up, it's like, okay, here's how you set up the game. The end. And then this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. And then from there, you say, okay, this is morning, your day actions, your dusk actions, your evening actions, when you're scavenging, when the night raid that happens, and then dawn, rinse and repeat. And that's it. And as you can see, there's not a lot of instruction on here because they want to get you into the game and let the story tell itself instead of saying, oh, you can move left, but only if you can move right 3 times. Or if you push up and B, you'll be able to get there. They don't do that, right? It's just, here's what you need to do at these specific events. Let the narrative tell itself. I love that. So we're going to do our shuffle for shenanigans and then get into stuff. So let's start from here. So we have 3 ending events. I'm going to shuffle these up. And you'll know they say ending events because they say ending events. So we shuffle these up. And then you took those 3 and you put them at the bottom. Then you take chapter 3, put it there. See these events, because it says events on it. We shuffle these up. And I think there are 3 or 4 that we put on there. See? Easy way to tell in the book. Shuffle 3 endings, put them on the bottom, 4 events. Okay, so that's chapter 3's ending events. Then we go down here, and from this, we grab 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest of them goes back to the box. Well, not yet. We put that on there, then we grab the chapter 2 event, put it on there. Come over, I'll reshuffle again some more, and we're gonna put 3 events on here. 1, 2, 3. This now can return to the box. And we put these on there, and then chapter 1. This is our story, right here. That's it. Then we come over here to the objectives. So there's a final objective, which we'll put there, and then per chapter, we pull objectives. So the final objective is objective 3. So then we just shuffle these up and we pick 2 more. Easy, right? Easy. So we pick 2. And the rest goes back to the box because that's replayability, right? You get new objectives. The final objective stays the same, but new objectives come out per chapter. New events come out per chapter. Now you're supposed to reveal all the objectives. I don't want to do that to spoil stuff, so I'm only going to reveal the first objective. Which the first objective says, soldiers disarm. Let's do it. So basically, discard a functional firearm from the storage, and we'll talk about what the storage is, but that is the objective. So at the end of the chapter, we have to be able to fulfill that objective, and if we do, good things happen. If we don't, bad things happen. And I do mean bad. It does punish you if you don't get it done. That's just kind of the life, right? So then we come over to the visitors cards, and these are people who are going to stop by. So we just shuffle these up. Shuffle up the visitor cards. All the shenanigan shuffling. Okay. Now, character cards. Now we have to draw our first 3 characters. And they say that you need to draw two black, not like that, but 2 cards that are black, which this is the black deck, and it's black here, so you know. And then 1 red. So we shuffle up the red, and I'm going to pull 1 red, and that will be our person. I haven't. All right, so there we've got Zlata. I don't want her. I saw her on a playthrough. I'm gonna just put her off to the side and pick another. I don't want her because I saw her on a playthrough, and I want y'all to see something, and experience something that we haven't seen before. That's another one I saw on a playthrough. Those are the 2 that I saw on the playthrough. That's what's funny. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so it's only 3 people I haven't seen. All right, let's do this over. This is what happens when I watch like other people's playthroughs. I see other things. All right. So how about you? Marco. Haha, there we go. Okay, so then we take the other characters. Then we come over here to the dark deck. We shuffle these up. Simple, simple, simple. I don't know much about Marco. Really cool thing about this, though, someone on Wikipedia, and we'll go there after we play the game, if we have the little fortitude to, Bruno and Amelia. And then we'll just shuffle these all together. And these will be the characters new characters that we can find. We can only have up to 4 characters in this game. So far only one person I know from a playthrough. The other 2 I don't. So this is going to be brand new for all of us. Yoo-hoo! Alright. These are our fittings. So we can build these at any time as long as we have the components. And the components are really well outlined on the card. Because it says you need a mechanical part. To build a workshop, you need 1 mechanical part, 5 components, and 3 wood. What's funny enough is you can see them already drawn out here as well. And it's on every card. You don't have to shuffle this card because whenever you're ready to build a fitting, you could just search the deck, pick the one you want, and then do it. But like this one says it needs 5 components, 3 wood, 5 components, 3 wood. You know, so it has a lot of, you know, I love that they did that with the game. All right, this is our ideas deck, which means someone's going to come here, scratch their noggin for an action to come up with an idea. We're going to choose 2 ideas from the idea deck, and then just pick 1. And we can look through here and pick whatever we want. That's why this doesn't need shuffling. The fate deck does. This nonsense happens at the end of the day. And the fate cards are always bad. It's the world working against you. This is just a game of pain. The narrative actions are things these are the good things. So narrative actions come out, and it'll say you draw at the end of a chapter, you draw 2 of these, and then you pick 1. And these are good things. These are things that say you don't have to deal with night raids. Hey Rory, how's it going? It says that you don't have to deal with night raids, which hurt and can kill us. You don't have to deal with, you know, you can bypass lockpicks. If somebody get wounded, they won't get wounded. You can get food. A lot of things are in here that are helpful. And then this is our story. These colors, and I flip them over, they're all different colors. There's red, gray, green, blue, and black. And we'll shuffle these when we need to. But whenever a findings card or an exploration card comes up that says, look for that and then find that color and that story number, that's where the Book of Secrets comes in and we read what happens to somebody. Now, instead of using the book because that's tiny writing, I'm old and I have glasses, I actually got the This War of Mine app from the Android store, and we're going to put those numbers in and we'll be able to see it together, so we'll actually see the text and make the choices that we need. Okay, almost there. Stick with me. That's this side of the board. I'll build this up in a second. We'll get here in a second. So the exploration cards is what we're going to do whenever we're out scavenging. That's how we find supplies, food, water, all that other stuff. If it's not in the house, we got to go out and get it. And when we go out and get it, we can get shot. We can get stabbed. We can run into a resident. We could trip. It's just weird stuff. All the things that could happen. When we run into people, they could be good, could be bad, but as you play the game, it gets harder. Because we start adding to the deck. We start adding to the residence deck. These are people that we run out to into the world. When we run into these people, they could be not happy to see us, or they could be trade. We can trade with them. We can do all these different things with them. We could do all these. I mean, there's a narrative. Like I said, this game is just telling a story. The findings deck is when we get here, I'll explain what happens here. But basically it says if we're looking at the pantry, the furniture, the heap, we find these things and then we roll dice for the location to determine the extra stuff we find. So I just What is our game today? Kate, your crusade is going to convert everyone to Arkham Horror. Alright, so findings deck, on point. This deck, it starts off with 5 cards. They're terrible cards. Terrible. But they're 5 cards. There are more cards to add to this deck as we play this game that get worse. Because as the days progress, food starts getting low in search locations. People start getting desperate. Somebody feels like what's yours is mine. So it gets worse and worse. Alright. We start off with 4 wood, 4 components, 2 water, 3 food, 1 shovel, and 1 lockpick. You have to eat. You have to drink water. If you don't, bad things happen. Let's talk about the location deck. This is the places that we can visit outside the world. Oh yeah, this is a table hog for my table. For your table, this fits just fine. But I have to play Tetris to make things fit. So this thing is a table hog. Alright. So we shuffle up the location cards. But for the common board gamer, this will fit on your table just fine. Alright. Then we pick 3 locations. A far location, a distant location, and a close location. All these words mean is these here. This is how much exploration cards we get. The closer we are, we don't have to take a longer trip back, so therefore we get more cards. The further we are, less cards because you got less time, right? So we will, the first one is the ruined block of flats, which is here. So remember when I said that findings deck, when you roll the d10, this is what the potential finding here. Here are some narrations that can happen. We can expend 2 exploration cards, which is kind of like our time. And we could look around to get another narrative of what the ruined flat looks like. These are the keywords of things that if it's rubble, we need a shovel. Rubble. Jammed doors, we need a crowbar, basement entrance. You know, there are words in the deck that work with that. And that's kind of what it works with. So that's the first location that is far. Next location is a small apartment building that is distant. And then the closest location to our house is a shelled school. Jeez. Okay. All right. Now we'll take our lovely, lovely people, put them here, here, and here as I play Tetris on my tiny table. We start off with them with 2 hunger. So let's take a look at this, and then we're almost ready to play. So you see this hunger piece here? You see these 3 dots? That's how many actions you can take. So a character can take 3 actions, but we're starting off already hungry. So therefore, we lose an action to start, so we only have 2 actions to start. And we can do things to get rid of hunger, like feed them, right? So once we feed them, they'll be happy-go-lucky, and we'll be good. They are hungry. Bruno has a special ability. His special ability, Glasses, is, voila! You may sacrifice one of Bruno's actions during the day action phase to roll the black die. A 6 to 10 adds 1 vegetable to the storage. That's food, right? Vegetable doesn't remove hunger, it just makes sure that you don't get hungrier. Marco has break-in. Marco may use a hatchet to open closed doors as if he used the lockpick. Cool, Marco. You're destructive. Sweet. And Amelia is journal. At the beginning of the dawn phase, Amelia may raise her fatigue by any amount to lower her misery by the same amount. Why? Okay. All right. So those are their special abilities that we have to keep in mind. There is combat that can happen. I don't want combat to happen. And then the final part of this game is we take these items and we fill them because the names are on there, like furniture, rubble, closed door, furniture. We just match accordingly. And I will just shuffle these up and place furniture where furniture need be. There it is. Where'd it go? Okay. So, all right. So we do furniture, 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 and then extra furniture that can go back to the box. Sweet. Then we do, so it makes it a little bit of variety. The bars are the bars. Closed doors. Yeah, these are all going to get used. Closed door, and closed door. Under these cards are things that we can do. And as oh, here's the other furniture one. Furniture. It's down here, so we do use all the cards. All right, shuffle up the heat. Heat, 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 and heat. And then the rubble. So rubble's interesting. To get through rubble, if you don't have a shovel, to get through the rubble, if you do not have the shovel, you need 2 people to clear it. But if you have a shovel, then you only need 1. Clear the rubble. Rubble. And this is our flat, our place that we found. There are holes in this place. 1, 2, 3. Holes let in cold air. Cold air causes illness. Illness causes death. So you see what we have to do to fix things. All right. I just need to get the minis, and I will show you guys. This is the mini tray from there, where things just kind of slide in. Okay. So they slide, and you can turn it upside down, so they don't fall all over the place. So we've got Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars, are you the last guy? So this is the base game. I'm only playing the base game with you right now. After tonight, I'm going to add in the Tales of the Ruined City, play that with you, and then after that, we're going to get into the Siege. These minis aren't great, so don't expect like quality minis. They're not that fantastic. They're okay. All right, she's my journal lady, so we all start at the guard area. If I could find Bruno. No. Yeah, you would be there. So, like I said, don't look for high-class mini qualities when you're looking for this stuff. And then Hatchet Man Marco is here, and then we can slide these back in and see how quickly they slide in. Just pop them in, slide them down. Now, you're playing it single player, but you still can only have up to 4 characters, even though you start off with 3. And so that, because they look like this, and you're like, who the heck are these people? Canje, you don't paint minis. You are a terrible gamer, and we want you to stop making videos. I will give them these colors, so you can actually see who they are. So you can actually distinguish color. And we'll grab some tokens to let you know that they match up. So green is her, orange is him, and yellow is Bruno. Bruno, Marco, Amelia. So you can see what they look like. Now we can distinguish who's who. And we're ready to go. Yay! So we start off our story. This would Halloween? I don't know about Halloween. All right, so we start off our story, and there's a piece I'm supposed to read. Here it is. A new day begins. Outside is an outgoing conflict and sniper bullets for us. We cannot leave the safety of our shelter, but there are improvements to be made. We should make this place feel more like home. We could use beds, a stove, or even a radio, but first we'll need to clear some space. Hopefully we might find something useful to set up in this rubble. Alright, so we're hungry, so we only get 2 actions. And this is, well, remember, this takes you through it, right? So after we've done that, we come over, morning, draw, event. A new day begins, morning. Event, draw and resolve the top card of the event deck, which is this guy. But we also have our chapter 1 objective. So I didn't read that to you. When the Civil War broke out, many people thought that it would only last a couple of weeks. It's been a year since the military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off all supply lines. The civilians still trapped in the city suffer from hunger, disease, and the constant threat of shelling. It's another day of desperate waiting for the end of this terrible war. Determine the objectives for each of the 3 chapter campaigns, which I did. Find the final objective. Yeah, did that. Yep. So, after determining the objectives, draw the top event card. And after you resolve this card, remove it from the game. So, I've resolved this card. I'm removing it from the game. And we draw the top event card. Crime Wave. Oh my gosh, already reading? So, this card is interesting. And let me blow it up for you. It's getting cold. Add 1 cold token to the cold space. So it's getting mighty chilly up in this piece. So we have a cold token, which is right here. And we're going to put it in the cold space. And I'll make that unblurry in a second. Place this card on the night raid deck. During the night phase, draw and resolve 2 night cards instead of 1. So already I'm going to die. And it said place it on the night raid deck, which is here. So that reminds me, the cold token goes here. I'm going to die already. Okay, so we begin. So that was morning, we resolved the event. Continue the day actions. So on the day actions, we perform actions as we go. So to start off, let's start seeing what we could find. I'm gonna have Amelia search the heap. I'm going to give the shovel to Bruno and have him clear some rubble. And I'm going to... Wow, this is terrible. And we can only go in order, so someone can't say Amelia's doing this, so you can come over here. No, this is occupied until you can move to this space. So that means I'm gonna have Marco pick the lock on that door. Okay, so we can resolve in any way that we want. We don't have to say, okay, she goes first, he then him. However we want to do it, we'll do it. But we'll start off with Amelia because there's more things I need to talk about here. So what we do for her action is we pick her up, put her back on the guard space, we grab this card, flip it over. And you see that we get 5 components and 5 wood. Add these to storage and remove this card from the game. So we come over here. And here's a storage, here's an increased storage of 5s. So only per 5s can go in there. So I'm going to put 1, which indicates 5 components. And I'm going to put 1 wood, which indicates 5 wood. This is out of the game. Then we come to Boris. When Boris digs, we're going to take the shovel, put it back in storage. We're going to put Boris back on the guard space, and we're going to flip this card. But look, it says rubble remains. So we have to do it again to clear the rubble to get to the furniture. Lock picking. So for lock picking, it says that when someone rolls a lock pick, we then roll this black die. On a 1 to 3, nothing happens. On a 4 to 10, we pick the lock and can remove the card. So first roll of the night, a 5. That's what I'm talking about. That's the life. So the lockpick is discarded because it has been used. And then we take the card and we flip it over and we gain 1 component, 1 wood. And we add that to the supply. And this card is removed from the game. Go back on the guard space. So that was action number 1. Action number 2. We need to start thinking. So I could be clearing stuff, but the problem is when they go out, they get fatigue. And fatigue is bad. Right now they don't have any fatigue, they just have hunger. But I can satisfy their food, but not their water. So we can keep searching. I'm going to tell Amelia to search this heap. I'm going to let Bruno finish his job with the shovel. And you, my good sir, let's build something. we're gonna build something. So you put them here whenever you're gonna place a fitting. You grab the fittings deck, which is what this is, and I think we're gonna build a bed. Actually, we probably need to build a metal workshop. I'm allowed to look and see what's here. A metal workshop, we can make a shovel, a saw blade, a knife, or we can make a hatchet. But I need to rest them too. I'll probably have to do that tomorrow. We're gonna build a bed. Beds are always good. The reason why beds are good, because beds reduce fatigue by 2. Yeah, by 2. If they sleep on the bed, spend an action to sleep on the bed. If I do a chair and I have a book, I reduce their misery, and then so on and so forth. I want that hatchet though, but I need to build this. I feel like I'm gonna regret it if I don't. Dark and long can be very long. That is if you manage to survive. We'll make it. We'll make it. We'll make it. This would be an okay game for Halloween. So we're gonna build a bed, and he's up there placing a fitting. So a bed costs 3 components and 4 wood. Oh, we got that. We can swing that. So we'll do 4 wood. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 components to build our bed. And we're gonna put the bed. We're gonna put it right here. Then, so you'll return to the card space. Then we'll go to the heap. Please be water. No water. Oh, this is not shaping up good. So we get 1 lockpick, 2 components, and 5 wood. So 1 lockpick, 2 components, and 5 wood. And then remove this from the game. Then he will get rid of this. So this card is now there and this is open. And he will go back to this location. We have done 2 actions each, right? Now we go to the dusk phase. Each character should drink 1 water discarded from the storage. Well, we've got 2 water. I will give it to Marco, and I will give it to Amelia. They will get the water. If a character can't drink water, we're going to roll this lovely die and either increase misery or hunger. No, oh, they're cool for a day. They're either going to be hungry more or miserable. And I rolled an 8. So they are miserable. So we raise their misery. Bruno raises his misery by 1. So, interesting thing, and let me pull this out here because you might not be able to see it. Let me put it up this way. So I want you to see how these things line up. And let me bring it a little closer. So you see these here where it's like hunger and misery and these numbers line up? They're supposed to. Because he's got 1 misery now because he's thirsty. And it's like, oh, well, that doesn't affect his actions. Right. But you see this black dot right here? This does. And that means that I can't have more than 2 actions, and you line these things up in a column. It'll be more prevalent to you as we go through. So there we go. So he is miserable as well. That is awful. Then we need to eat. Cool, cool, cool. So we've got 3 food, right? We've got 3 food. 1, 2, 3. Let's start this water. So they all get food. Now raw food reduces hunger by 1. So they all get 3 actions if they can. Okay? That's the dusk phase. That's the making sure that they can eat and live. Then we go to the evening phase. All right. The evening phase is who's going to go out and scavenge in the city? Who is going to stay here and guard the house? At least 1 person has to guard the house. At least 1 person should guard the house. If you don't guard the house, we get to read a lovely story event of somebody coming in and stealing stuff. Actually, you know what? Not much for them to... No, I've got this over here. There's a lot for them to steal. I've got 10 wood and 9 components. I don't want to lose the shovel. I'm going to be taking the lockpick with me. And we got a lot of digging to do. So we're going to have Marco's going out. So Marco's going to be going out. Because daytime, if you go outside, you have to roll a die to see if you'll be shot or not. But at nighttime, you can step out. So Marco's going out. I'm going to say Amelia's going to go with him. And Bruno is going to stay. Marco is going to take the lockpick with him. So we'll put that on the finding set. And these characters can carry, their inventories located at the bottom of their card here. Marco can carry 5, Amelia can carry 3. That means in total, I could bring 8 things back. No more, but I can't do less, but no more. All right, and Bruno's gonna stay, he's gonna stay in guard. So when they do that, their fatigue goes up. That's hunger. No, we don't want to increase hunger. Their fatigue goes up. So once again, see that lovely action that I got? I'm losing it again. So in this column that you saw here, the black dot is here, so that means that entire thing is cut off. So they're going to suffer 1 fatigue for going out and doing stuff. And we'll be playing that game of 1 fatigue loss. That's just how it is. Okay. We're going to go to a place that we can get food and stuff from. I'm actually going to go to the small apartment building, right? When we do that, this lovely card that I shuffled, this lovely deck that I shuffled, I'm going to draw 12 cards from it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put these back. But those back are important. So these are explorations. So these are the things that we're going to be doing while we're out in the world. Okay? So these are going to go onto the unknown area here. And what's going to happen is we're going to basically be flipping them as we go to do scavenging. So that was the evening phase. We all determine who's going to go out. Then we go to the scavenge phase. And we have this noise marker. If it says roll for noise, we have to roll and we have to get higher than that number to be able to not have to draw a residence card. Otherwise, someone heard us and they're coming out and we got to pull from this deck. We can find things, which is this deck, and then this is just going to be a bad thing that happens. He might die. So we might lose this game quickly. That was a bad card to pull. Okay, so let's do it. So exploration phase, which is scavenging phase, actually. We flip this card over, and it says, map card. Check the current location card for jam door. The small apartment building's only keyword is basement entrance. So it says, if there's no jam door, discard this card and draw a new card from the exploration deck. So grab a new card from here. Search the furniture. You may ignore this card or search the furniture. Either return 2 exploration cards, which means lose our chances to look around, or raise the noise level by 1 and roll for noise. And then we get something if we do. I'm gonna, because the noise level is at 1, I'm gonna raise it to 2, and we're gonna roll this beautiful bean footage. I rolled a 2. So let me see if I have to beat the number. If the result is equal to or less than the current noise and the encounter is immediately triggered, set the noise counter back to 1 because my rolls are terrible, and draw and resolve a resident card. Civilians. It turns out that there are miserable looking people hiding in here, mostly the elderly, women, and children. Place this card on the exploration slot until you leave this location. Whenever you take another from an exploration card marked as private, roll the black die and compare the results with the empathy of each character. Let's see. As a result equal to or less than a character's empathy raises their misery. You may return 1 exploration card to talk to these people or to trade with them. All right. So this goes down here in this slot, which is behind my. I'll go this way, right here. So this goes here, but that wasn't so bad, right? But we also still get to resolve this card. we still draw and resolve one card from the finding deck. So I'm going to grab a finding deck card that I shuffled. It's the furniture. So in the furniture, we find an herb, a book, moonshine, and a mechanical part. I need food, people. So we find an herb, a book, one mechanical part, moonshine, which is moonshine and liquor is good. They sell really well. And then we roll the black die and determine what we find here. I rolled a 4. I find nothing. Nothing else. Because my rolls are terrible. And let's see. Do I shuffle this back after I do it? Resolve findings. Choose a finding at the moment you add inventory to the findings. Once you find an expiration, shuffle all expiration and resonance cards into their decks. You can bring back a total weight. Yep. Yeah, we do. Then we put it back in here. All right. Let's keep searching. Actually, I want to know if I should talk to them. Let's build some lore, shall we? Let's build a story. They might have food if I talk to them. So yeah, let's do that. I'm going to return 1. I can't even look at it. I'm just returning 1 exploration to the top of the deck there. And I'm going to talk with them. So let's go ahead and get this out. Oh, because I gotta do it. And we are going to search 1, 2, 3. We rest sitting on some rubble. Sometimes you need to sit quietly for some times before you... Is that right? That doesn't seem right. Is that C123? Yeah. That's kind of backwards. Let me see if this is different than my book. 123. No, that's right. If you to talk to them, see 1, 2, 3. Shrugs. So this says we rest sitting on some rubble. Sometimes you need to sit quietly for some time before you finally feel like talking again. Roll the black die. I rolled a 1. Yay! These people don't possess any valuable information. We should probably move on and can rest after getting home. We go back to the game. Get rid of that. Okay. So that's still there, so that's talking to them that yields nothing. We're gonna go on our next exploration. Stairs down. Look for another way, return 3 exploration cards, or enter. Raise the noise level by 3 and roll for noise. Going 1, 2, 3. That's right. And I rolled a 4. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die here. Survivors. Determine the number of survivors encountered. Uh-oh. Sure. So I rolled a black die. I rolled a 7. So 3. And draw their tokens. Survivors are armed with knife, hatchet, and pistol. Place this card on the exploration slot. Until you leave this location, whenever you take anything from the pantry or furniture, roll dice 1 to 4. Roll a die on 1 to 4 C99. You may return 1 exploration card to talk or trade with them. So basically, they see us in their house and they're like, "What are you doing here?" So A, B, and C. All right, so we've got problems, Mac. So we will go C. A, B, A, B, and C. Okay. So this is interesting with them. B1, B2, is there any more Bs? So these cards that have the B tells their prowess. Prowess is how much times you can re-roll the dice. So I'm gonna trade with them. I'm not stealing from these people anymore. So B has a hatchet. B, and they have a prowess of 1. A has a knife. Prowess of 1. And C, there's only one C. C has a pistol, so he can shoot me in the face and end my life. I'm going to get rid of an exploration card to trade with them. So trade C723. Okay. You may buy any of these items. See journal trade sheet. So I can buy. Ooh, trade commission is 1. Commission is how much extra you have to pay for it. So we can see the trade sheet in the journal. Yep, this is the journal. Trade sheet is an action available on location visitors. Before the trade begins, you must pay the trade commission first. It means you must discard tokens of the total value depicted in the trade description of a given card script. Right. So it's basically, I can buy. I need food. Vegetables are worth 5, so it'd be worth 6, is kind of what they're saying. Cigarettes worth 1. I know Bruno needs a cigarette. Bruno needs a cigarette, so I know I need that. I don't want to lose that lockpick. I can get rid of the moonshine, the herbs, and the mechanical parts. So that's 6 firepower I got. That 6 can only get me 1 vegetable. Man, foods are expensive in this place. So I'm gonna sell the moonshine, the mechanical part, and the herb. This is my objective. And the herb to get 1 vegetable. And that should be the cost that I need. Good grief. Highway robbery. And a cigarette. 6. Oh no, I can't buy the cigarette because the pay cost is 5. So that was it. That's all I could do. Combat might be happening. Next exploration, because I need food. Check if there is no open space. No open space keyword. Grab a new exploration. Door. Peek through the eye hole, the keyhole, or enter. Raise noise by 1 and roll for noise. I rolled a 6. I'm good. So I enter. So peek through. So enter. Raise noise by 1. Cool. Keep going. Oh, wrong card. Door. Another door. Raise noise. Let's see how much people we can run into. 6. I'm fine. Search the heap. So what does this say? Until you leave this location, whenever you take anything from pantry or furniture, but not heap. Oh, I got this thing in the way. Big old. There we go. 723 is up on the screen. Yeah, I got it. I got rid of it. Sorry about that. So you may ignore this card or search the heap. Return 2 exploration cards and raise noise by 1, or raise noise by 1 and roll for noise. I'm going to return 2. I'm having the worst luck with dice rolls. Surprise. And then I pull from the findings and look for heap. So in the heap, I find mechanical parts and chems, and I roll a die. Chems are good for whenever we're going to hunt. Not hunt, but trap animals. So mechanical part and a chem. You're going to die. And then I roll the black die. I got a 5. On a 5, nothing. I put this back in. Oh boy. Rough. You may ignore this card or hide out. Return as many exploration cards as you wish and lower the noise by the same amount. I'm gonna ignore it. Then we will. Someone's here. Raise noise by 3. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't say roll. And finally, climb up. Look for another way. Return 3 or climb. Roll the gray combat die for each scavenging character for their prowess. Oh, re-rolling to determine how many wounds they suffer during the climb. Sweet. This is so. That's the 2 wounds. That's 1 wound, and then everything else is nothing. What are my odds, people? What are my odds? So nothing and nothing. Sweet. Nothing happened. We're done. Shuffle this card back into the residence deck. Shuffle this card back into the residence deck. So, that's over with. Wow, that did not go well. So let's take a look at our haul. So we have. I'll shuffle these back in as well. I'll shuffle these up as well. So we have 1 vegetable, which has no weight to it. 1 book, no weight. 1 lockpick, 1 chems. The only thing that we have weight on is this mechanical part. Cool. So what can we do? Was it a total loss? Yes, it was. However. What we can do is we can take back water, components, or wood in place. So I'm going to grab 3 water, because that's what I need for the next day. And they each weigh 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, they can carry 8. So we're going to get some wood. 5, 6. And some components. 7, 8. And that's the stuff that we're taking back with us. I could have ended exploration. I could have. But, you know me. Come on, Gazumi. It is private, so you should roll for misery. Did I miss one? Did I miss a private one? I did. I have to roll for misery. Gazumi is absolutely right. Their card said it was the civilians. If it says private, I need to roll the black die, and I need to beat their empathy. 6 beats Marcos. Doesn't beat Amelia, so Amelia will take a misery. So her misery goes up by 1 because we're stealing from people who don't know better. Thanks, good catch, Kazumi. Alright, so before we get back, we need to deal with this. And because we have this lovely crime wave that's happening, during the night phase, draw and resolve 2 night cards. So we might come back to a dead person, and that's not cool. So the next phase is the night raid. Choose a weapon that they're going to use. Yeah, we don't have any weapons. And then draw and resolve the card from the top of the deck. So we're going to do this one. Reality Impact. Something unexpected has happened. Draw a card from the color deck. Reality impacts don't bother me as much as someone coming in and killing me. So then reveal the top card of the Night Raid deck and check the number. Okay, so remember I said this is our narrative? So let's see what our narrative is. Please don't be red. Black. Okay. The Black Reality Impact scripts often depict the blind and merciless fate. So black, and then the top card from here, which is 197. So black 197. Let's hit it. Game. 197. Everyone to the basement. Bombing! Move all characters present to the basement, including those asleep, and raise their fatigue by 2. We go to the basement. Raise their fatigue by 2. And that is Bruno. So Bruno goes to fatigue fatigue 3. Oh my gosh. Actually, he didn't suffer fatigue yet, but he will. So Bruno suffers fatigue. His fatigue is at 3. If it gets to 4, bad stuff happens. The building is shaking. We hear explosions so near it's terrifying. Roll the black die. Okay. I rolled an 8. So, let's see, 307. Everything falls silent. Well, almost everything. In the building across the street, there's a huge hole in the wall of the first floor. There are 2 kids standing near the edge of the hole. It looks like they are trying to understand what happened to the rest of the building. And their parents. We have to do something. These kids won't make it on their own. They're 6, at most. Or, more victims of war, we hope they're going to be okay. Roll the black die and compare the result to empathy. They're kids, and you know how I'm about that, because you watched my hostage negotiator thing, so they're 6 at most. So we're going to go to 1687. The children are looking at us as we speak, but it doesn't seem that they understand what we're saying. It'll take them a long time to understand. Raise to 2, not up to 2. Yeah, I did. He was at 1, so I put him at 3. I got him. What was that? Oh yeah. But it doesn't seem that they understand what we're saying. It'll take them a long time to understand what has happened. Maybe it'll take the rest of their lives. From now on, these children will skulk around the neighborhood. Sometimes they'll stay at our place, sometimes they'll stay in their bombarded home with their neighbors. Right. Orphans 1684 on a blank token and place it on the outside space. From now on, while performing actions, we may help the orphans by leaving them food, by discarding vegetables, raw food, or canned food. When doing so, roll the black die and compare the result with empathy. This will lower our misery. Okay, so cool. Orphans 1684. So we'll grab one of these guys, which they give you these blanks. And I will write Orphan 1684, and they say put it outside, so right there. And that is our reality impact. Afterwards, shuffle this back into the night deck, and then we draw another night card because of the stupid crime wave. Alright, shuffle. Throw it. There we go. Hobos! This is the thing I was worried about. Alright. So, hobos damage any 3 tokens resources starting with the most expensive one are taken from us. There are 0 wounds. Afterwards, remove this card from the game. So, 3. First of all, we lose our shovel because it says the expensive one goes first. That's the most expensive thing we have. Then we'll lose 2 components, so that's a total of 3. I lost my shovel. And this card is removed from the game. Stupid crime wave. Alright. Let's see. With each passing night, the situation is getting more grim. So now we act the other crime wave, which is now shuffle 2 cards in any combination, whether it be night deck or residence card from the left out cards into the deck. I'm gonna take, so these are the ones we left out. These are awful. We never, since you're a guardian, you should defend. Oh, that's right, I can stop them. Just, this is why I don't roll. It is raised to 2, not with 2. Okay. And I will put this one and shuffle it into that deck. Then we'll get a night card. Night card. If I don't have a weapon, defending seems pointless to me. I mean, unless I want to reduce a wound. If I was going to suffer a wound, yeah. But it seems pointless. And then one of these will go into this deck. Because you have one chance. So where are we? This was supposed to raise 2/2, not up 2. Crime wave's over. And then dawn. So our party returns. And all this stuff that we got goes into this lovely area. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. That is dawn. If anyone needs healing, we can assign bandages and meds and stuff. Then we draw a fate card. No one's hurt. So the fate card says, raise the wounds of all wounded unbandaged characters by 1. Nobody's hurt. Lower the illness of all characters who took meds by 2. No one's sick. Discard med tokens from all characters. We didn't use any. If cold token minus board ups equal 5 or more, which it doesn't, we only have 1 cold token, then someone's getting sick. Exchange the nearest small location, resolve weight tokens, and then resolve spirit A. So let's start with exchange the nearest small location. So remember, close, distant, far. Oh, I locked it. So a small location, this one is medium, so then this one is the closest small location. So we discard this card. Yep. And we draw, this shifts down. So now the ruined block of flats is the distant location. And then we add the warehouse to the far location. Then we resolve weight tokens. There's no weight tokens to resolve. Resolve Spirit A on all character cards. And then shuffle this back into the fake deck. So Spirit A, this location's gone. That's right, it's gone. It's not coming back. Spirit A for Bruno is discard 1 cigarette from storage or raise Bruno misery by 1. We have no cigarettes. Bruno's miserable. Hers is, if any character in the game is hungry level 3, raise Marco's misery by 1. No one is? Cool. Soon to be they will be. Amelia says, discard 1 coffee from the storage or raise Amelia's misery by 1. We have no coffee. So Amelia is at 2 misery. Yay! You see how this game is? Fun, right? So that ends that. We shuffle this back in. And then we do a narrative action card. We draw 2, pick 1. So, Handyman. We get Handyman. Play at any time. Automatically exchange a broken item for its fully functional equivalent without using any resources. Secret Storage. Play at the beginning of the night phase. Put at least 3 tokens on here that you don't want to lose and you won't. I'm going to go with Handyman. Only because I'm hoping I'm going to find a broken gun. And then I can use that to my advantage. This card goes back on here. I'm gonna shuffle it. And then we start again. And that's the round. That's 1 round of play. So, new day, new dawn, a new life, a new way. I'm feeling good. So we draw an event. Add 2 cold tokens to the space. Where did I put my cold? 1, 2. So now it's really chilly out there. Rat infestation. Discard all green tokens from the storage. Guess what my only green token was? Food. Rats ate my food. I tell you, this game is rough. Except for canned food, moonshine, and alcohol. Then If during the dawn phase you have a deadfall trap with a weight token on it, that trap provides 1 raw food. After you resolve this, remove it from the game. After you resolve this card, remove it from the game. So this card's gone. Threat infestation is gone, because that was awful. Alright, so we've got people with... Bruno has 2 fatigue, and he only has 1 action. So Bruno is going to take sleep, which will remove that fatigue. Marco has 1, and so does Amelia. And we need to find food. Marco. Furniture. Amelia. We don't have a saw to cut through, a saw blade to cut through the bars. I don't care about components, but we could build something. Amelia, I might put you to build something. I might put you to build a heater. Because that cold maybe it is cold outside. So I can do 5 components and 3 wood to build a heater. That will be Amelia's action. So I'll put her here because she's placing a fitting. And we're going to put the heater... We're going to tell her to build a heater here. Okay, let's resolve. He wakes up, -2 fatigue. Oh, sorry. Fatigue is gone. He is no longer fatigued. Fatigued. Marco searches the furniture. He finds... Oh, thank heaven. He finds a vegetable. It would have been great if I could have kept the other one. 2 herbs. A bandage, which is huge. 1 water. And 1 wood. And then remove this from the game. So he goes back on this space. Amelia is going to spend 5 components, so this guy, and 3 wood to place a heater. Heaters are cool. Heaters are cool because we can burn things to reduce the cold. So if I burn, I can burn a book, 1 book, for each 2 wood, 2 books, or 1 wood, 1 book, discard a cold token. So I can discard 1 wood and 1 book to get rid of a cold token. I can discard 2 wood to get rid of a cold token, or 2 books to get rid of a cold token. I need to reduce misery. So I can build a chair. Ooh, is a chair a bigger idea? Rain collector for water, build a radio, moonshine distill, metal shop. Did I build chairs in the metal shop? No. Herb garden for food. Oh, for herbs and cigarettes. Deadfall trap to catch food. Crude stove to cook food. And a workshop that lets me repair stuff, build board ups. Workshops would be interesting, but I might have to I might have to do a new idea. Is the chair a new idea? Build a bed, build a chair. Chair reduces misery, as long as you have a book to read. Not the books! Who likes reading anyway? I think I will do 2 wood to reduce that. So we need an action to do that. Alright, so we've got Bruno's fully rested. He's good to go. But Marco and Amelia have 1 more action. We got another lockpick, don't we? But we lost our shovel. We don't have a saw blade. We can't get through this rubble. We got to get through this rubble to get to either one of these doors. We can poke about for stuff, but people are gonna get hungry. There's really nothing else we could do save for what I'll do is I'll have... Amelia's not in such a great state, so I'm gonna put her on the simple heater. She's gonna spend enough this 5 I'm gonna convert this 5 to 5 here. And then she's gonna burn 2 wood to remove a coal token. And that'll be her action. She'll be done with that. Marco. What will you do? Let's get a new idea going to get that chair up. So you draw 2, pick 1, right? New ideas. Choose 2 cards from the ideas and put them in. Oh, 2. Oh, no, I get 2. So I'm going to pick the chair. And we need to worry about. I need a gun because I need to be able to do that. Guns are expensive. Gun workshops are expensive. There's another bed, a moon distill. I think we're going to go for. Oh, this is an improved one. Actually, not yet. He might do a fitting. He might do a fitting. I can build a saw blade and create a shovel from here. That's what he's going to do. He's going to place a fitting. I don't have enough to place a fitting. Darn it. He will. I don't have enough to do any of these things. He'll poke about. He'll poke about. So his poke about, I'm going to roll the black die and see what he finds. I rolled a 3. I either get 1 wood or 1 component. I'm going to get 1 component. That should give me enough to build that metal workshop next. Okay. Time to talk about nourishment. So they all get water. But I've only got 1 vegetable. Which means 2 people are going hungry tonight. I'm going to give it to Amelia. So her hunger won't go up or down, but Marco's will go to 2, and so will Bruno's. And we lose these waters. Okay. Cool. Marco's going out. I'm going to take Bruno out this time and let Amelia stay home and guard. They all raise their fatigue by 1. So Bruno gets 1. His fatigue will go to 2. Her fatigue will go to 2. So they've only got 1 action. Then they get back. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. So we're going to. I need a place with food. Food. The shelled school gives me nothing I want. The ruined block of flats has coffee and vegetables. I'm going to the warehouse. We're going to the warehouse for 10 cards. So let me shuffle this up. We're going far. Alright. So as you can see, like with most other games, this tells a story. There's a narrative happening here. Now I know that there are 3 events under there, and I've already revealed 2, so this is the last event before bad things start happening. So I need to find a weapon quickly. I need to find a weapon very quickly. I probably should have built that metal workshop first. Well, the bed was good, but I probably could have skipped around the heater and built the metal workshop. You know, live and learn. It's fine. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fun time! Oh, we're taking the lockpick with us. Just so I don't forget. Fun time! Search the heap. You may ignore this card or search the heap. Return 2 exploration cards and raise noise by 1, or raise noise by 1 and roll. I mean, this is down to 1, sorry. So it's a 2. 4, sweet! Shuffle this up. And that's all you're going to be doing is a lot of shuffling. This game is a lot of shuffling, but it's a narrative, it's a story, right? So, variances. Alright, here we go. And we are searching the heap. In the heap, we get a mechanical part, a shell, a weapon part, and then we roll the die. So, a mechanical part, a shell. Am I blind? What's going on? A shell. I left another one of these off. A weapon part. And we roll the die. I got a 7. On a 7, I get another weapon part. Not food like I want. And then add the tokens to the finding pile. Afterwards, shuffle this card back into the finding stack. I just need to find a broken gun. That's all I need to find. And then I could fix it immediately with Handyman and not suffer the effects of that. Alright. Next. Reality Impact. Grab this. Shuffle this. All the colors have different meanings to their story as the narrative is being told. Red. Red usually is a drastic scene. I'm not thrilled with that. Red, we draw from here. Red 62 is going to be what we're drawing. Red 62. We heard the explosion just moments before. As we step outside, we see a fresh, still smoking crater where before there was a mine. A young girl is crawling under a tree. One of her legs hangs on a branch above, and the other has been torn to shreds. Dragging herself across the yard with a trail of blood and guts behind her, she weeps, barely breathing. Mom, it hurts. It hurts. We comfort her in her last moments. There's nothing else we can do, or we get out of there quickly and try to forget what we saw. Like, I'm not a monster. It's devastating. The begging in her eyes, the tears of another wasted life, her hope for the impossible. Is someone going to help me? Can you save the leg as I lost? Am I going to walk again? Can you pick me up and put me back together? No, nobody can do that. We wait as life mercifully left the young girl's body. So she died. We didn't suffer anything. That's just what happened. This game is hard, man. To get out. So, okay. We put the reality impact back. We reshuffle this card back into this deck. And then, next. I think I saw something. Return as many exploration cards as you wish and roll the black die. Add the number of returned exploration cards to the result. Result on a 1 to 5, draw, resolve a residence card. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but one of them can be search the furniture. I need food. I'm gonna return 2. I'm gonna regret that I know it. So I returned 2 on a 1 to 5. I had to draw a residence card. I rolled a 2, so I had a 4. Again, these one-shot maybes. Goodness. And I lost them. Why are you torturing yourself? It's a story. We're telling a story. Civilians. It turns out that there is the same civilians card. We could trade with them, or I think we're going to trade with them. So I could get rid of one exploration card to trade with them. I need food, though. So I'm going to hold on to that, and I'm going to do this. Search the pantry. Please don't tell me this says search the pantry. It's a private card, too. Then I got to roll empathy. No, I am searching this pantry. I need to do that. So I get rid of 2 cards, or raise by 1 and roll for noise. Get rid of 2 cards. And we are searching the pantry. I need to make this roll for empathy because it's a private card. A 4, Bruno don't care. A 9, Marco don't care. Search the pantry. In the pantry, you find 1 raw food, 1 moonshine, and we roll this lovely die. A 3. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I could have found, like, food. I'm going to have to trade with them. I'm going to have to. Alright. I'm going to save my last card to trade with them. Poke about. You may ignore this card or poke about. Return 1 exploration card or roll for noise. Choose 1 findings card from the special findings chart. Ooh. We're doing this. 7. The noise didn't impact us. So now we get to choose 1 finding from the special findings chart. This is special findings, so we can pick whatever we want. I'm picking canned food. Yes, sir. And it's not a private card, so I don't have to roll. And then my last card, I'm going to trade with them. So, $9.93. No commission. Woohoo! And they've got cigarettes. Ooh, you may buy any of these tokens from them. They've got a broken weapon too. Any broken weapon. I need a cigarette. I need a broken weapon and a cigarette. Do they have any food? I just need a vegetable. Okay, so with no upcharge, let's see. I can buy a cigarette and a broken weapon. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So a cigarette costs 1. A broken weapon. And did they say it was a specific or any broken weapon? Any broken weapon. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna buy the broken pistol. So the broken pistol costs 5. So I just need to spend 6, and I think we might be okay. So I got the canned food. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping the raw food. I'm keeping the lockpick. So I need to find 6. Moonshine 3. Shell 4. And 1 weapon part 5, 6. Perfect. Cool. Nice doing business with you. Just wish you had some food. Okay. We're gonna make this objective. We're gonna do it. So, basically, play at any time. So I'm gonna play this handy card to make the broken pistol a working pistol. Oh, God. Cool. Remove it from the game. So we have a working pistol. Okay, so now we talk about weight. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got plenty. And I'm gonna get 2 water because I already got 1 in the house. I'm gonna get 3 water because something dumb's gonna happen. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Can food weigh anything? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That's all we can carry. Marco carries 5, and Bruno can carry 3. We're full up. That's all we need. Okay. That happened. And I'll have to reshuffle those. A little better haul than last time. Gonna go to bed. Good luck with the rest of the game. Good night, Kazumi. Thanks for joining. This game's all about no regrets. So they're good. So now we go to the night event. And remember, there's a really bad card in here. So let's see what happens. Reality impact. We need to draw a color. So another reality impact. Let it be good. Nope, it's red. 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 878. Come on, back to the game. Back to the game with you. Back to the game with you. 878. We can hear the voices of people singing outside. We look out the window to see a strange scene taking place in the building opposite us. 4 men are holding a wooden door on which lies a middle-aged woman dressed in black. Uh-oh. With some difficulty, they carry this makeshift coffin down the stairs, passing a mourning family. It's a funeral. We knew her, not too well, but still, her name was Melina. Yeah, I'm not going outside. I'm not going outside. We observe it from the window without going outside. Suddenly, something explodes nearby, maybe 2 streets away. We feel the explosion all the way here, and for a while everything shakes. One of the coffin bearers crouches instinctively. Melina's body slips off the door, falling down one floor and landing in the remains of the front wall. Ugh. We can now see Melina's face. It's so damaged that she's barely recognizable. After a moment, the funeral attendees are standing next to Melina. A young girl takes a flower out of her hair and places it in the dead woman's ruined hairdo. Finally, Melina's body is lifted up by the family and taken to the cemetery. The lamentations end. Oh my gosh, that is awful. This is, like I said, this is exposing how terrible war is. So that was the night event. We got lucky. And what we have now is we come back home and we bring back our semi-ill-gotten gains. I thought I was gonna lose something. That comes in. And then we resolve a fate. Make sure I do this in the right order. The night raid that happens. Oh, I gotta do the crime wave. Shuffle 2 cards again. So in the crime wave, I'm gonna take another resident card, another night card, add it to the deck, and then assign meds and band-aids where necessary. Nobody's hurt. So then we will draw a fate card. Raise the illness of all ill characters who did not take any meds by 1. Nope. Heal the wounds. Nobody's hurt. Discard bandages. Don't need to. If cold tokens minus board ups equals 1 or more, it's a 2. Raise the illness of 1 character by 1. So somebody's getting sick. And I'm gonna say it's the person who stayed. She's just gonna have a rough life. It's gonna be Amelia. Amelia is hungry, tired, sad, and sick. Exchange the nearest small location. The nearest small location is the ruined flats. This moves down. And we get a hotel. Which has nothing I care about save for jewelry for trading. Okay. Exchange the nearest small location. Resolve any weights. There's no weights. Resolve spirit C of all characters. So if Bruno is wounded, raise his misery. He's not. If Marco is ill, lower his illness by 1. Cool. If there are at least 2 cold tokens on the cold space, there are. Raise Amelia's misery by 1. Amelia, no! So Amelia is... If she gets 1 more misery, she's going to die. So that happens. Then shuffle this back into the deck. And we get a narrative action. we'll either get Who's There, play at the end of any phase, draw and resolve 2 cards from the visitor's deck. New people. Resourceful, play when crafting any fitting, ignore the requirement for one of the resource location types. So it's either get a new person or crafting is cool. I need a chair. So, to reduce her misery. And the chair costs 1 component, 2 wood. I can afford that. I can get a new person. What do y'all think? Ignore one, and it's not ignore like it's either ignore a 1 resource to build this or not. I'm going to be building the chair this round to see if I can help Amelia out, but I need to know what to do. I'm gonna see the Who's There because Amelia might die. So I'm gonna do that. And remove it from the game. Oh, after playing the card. Just shuffle this back in. More people equals more food. More people equals more food. I'm gonna get the people one. She might die, so I'm gonna get the people one. If she dies, there's a potential that Bruno will die for misery, which will then kill. Which will kill. If she dies, Bruno will die, which could trigger Marco. So I need somebody there to help him. Alright. So I'm going to discard the pistol. I'm discarding the pistol to succeed my objective. My objective is succeeded. Now let's do stuff. Marco is sleepy. Marco is going to bed as his one action. Amelia is also sleepy. But I only got 1 bed. I think Amelia's gonna die. There's really not much I can do about it. But let's see what we can finagle here. Amelia's got 1 hunger. Raising it to 2 is not a big deal. I need to get that fatigue down. Bruno's got... He's got 2 actions. There's no... I need a shovel. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I'm gonna build stuff. So he could build this to make a shovel if he needs to. But I need that chair. So it's either building the metal workshop or the chair. Misery's a thing. And I'm kind of trapped here if I don't build this metal workshop. I should have built this instead of a heater. He's gonna outfit a fitting. And he's gonna build a metal workshop. He's gonna cost 5 components and 3 wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 components. 3 wood. That is his, and he'll put that here next to the heat. That's smart. Amelia, she needs to do her 1 action somewhere. That would have been fantastic, lady. I need Marco to be able to go out. He can hold more stuff. The cards, they were Who's There and ignore a component resource. Amelia has her. We don't have the components to build the shovel. We have the wood. Man, I should have done that other card. We don't have any components. She's gonna poke about, and that'll be her 1 action. 5. We get 2 wood or 2 components. I'm gonna get 2 components, and that is their stuff. His fatigue goes away. And we did the fitting. Amelia's done. He's done. Bruno has 1 more. Bruno has 1 more. I think you have enough to do it now, don't you? No, I need 3 components. I was 1 shy. I can make a lockpick. The saw blade is 1 weapon component. 2 components. And 1 wood. Ooh, I can make a knife with that. I can make a saw blade to cut these bars. Or I can make a knife. Saw blade or knife? Saw blade or knife? He is going to... A saw blade costs 1 weapon part plus 1 component. And I get a saw blade. Let's do that. We need to prep for the inevitable. So I get a saw blade. We've got a saw blade. Sweet. And that is his action. Okay. Water. 1, 2, 3. Food. She can go hungry. We will give Bruno the canned food will reduce hunger by 2, and the raw food will reduce by 1. So Bruno will get rid of hunger, and Marco will reduce hunger by 1. Feed the heater, poke about. I'm okay with it. She's probably gonna die, but that's okay. So we got a saw blade, so that's okay. So we can get through these bars, and then I could find out what's going on with this and probably find more stuff. Okay, time to head out. She is going to bed. Marco is going to head out. Bruno is going to guard. So Bruno's fatigue goes up. She's going to sleep. Marco's fatigue goes up. So her sleep will be reduced by 2. So her fatigue goes down. Her misery's pretty much up. Okay. So we're going to go to the warehouse again to draw 12 cards. Because when she wakes up, we're going to build that chair, and her second action is going to be to read that book. Calm down. Okay. Ooh. Stressful. Oh, God. Oh, he's going to take the saw blade. We're not losing that. He's going to take the lockpick, because we're not losing that. And he's going to take the cigarette, because we're not losing that. Those things weigh nothing. If he dies out there, I lose them all. But, you know. You might lose the bandage. Alright. This is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is back down to 1 as he steps out into the night. Door. Peek through the keyhole, return 1 exploration card to look at the next card from the unknown deck. Or raise the noise by 1. Raise the noise by 1 or roll for noise. This is a bunch of ors. I'm going to or. I'm fine. Reality impact. So don't you see how like beautiful? I don't know. I mean, people. I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but I think that blue. I think that the narrative that's being told by this is just so good. Blue is 80. I'll shuffle that a little bit. So blue 80. A hum muted voice and a weak light coming from broken windows lured us to this large room. Dirty, ragged, and starving people sit staring at a picture being cast on a cracked wall. Behind them, 2 young men tend to a film projector that's connected to a truck battery. They gesture for us to take a seat and join them in watching the movie. They're showing a cult comedy from some year ago. Maybe it's not such a bad idea to forget the war just for a little while. Time is precious, but a moment of respite can be worth even more. We sit and watch the film, return 2 exploration cards, and see 842. Instead of getting sentimental over old movies, it's better to find something that will help us survive. Yeah, there's probably something that would lower misery, but nope. We're gonna get back to it. We're not gonna do that. Get back to the game. I probably would have lowered misery, but he's not miserable. Stairs down. Look for another way. Return 3 or enter. Raise the noise by 3 and roll for noise, so it'd be at 4. Ugh. What do you think? Should I return 3 and go away, or raise to 4 and roll a die? What do you think? Talk to me, Goose. I don't know what to do. I'm not a great dice roller, so I'm probably gonna run into a resident. I don't, but that's 3 exploration cards that I'll be losing. What are your thoughts? I don't want to lose the 3 cards. I need to find food. Stuff's getting crazy, so I'm up to 4. I rolled a 7. Whew, goodness. Tough luck. Roll for noise. No. A 6. Even better. Stairs up. Look for another way. Return 2 exploration cards or enter. Raise the noise by 2 and roll for noise. Ooh, no. No. We'll put 2. Search the heap. Sweet. So, return 2 exploration cards or raise noise by 1, or raise noise by 1 and roll for noise. We're going to... I got a couple left, so put 2 back. And, bindings... This is the heap. There's no food in the heap. That is all this is telling me. A mechanical part, chem, and dice roll. 4. Sugar. Azuka. Where's the sugar? Where's the sugar? Oh, here. And that is all she wrote. Hiding place. Return 2 cards. You may ignore, or return 2 cards. I don't have to. The place on the exploration slot and use it anytime during scavenger phase. After a roll, I'm going to ignore that card. That's just too much. Too much! Search the furniture. A 10! Oh! My gosh. This is furniture. I don't think I shuffled this. Oh well. I get meds. I get sugar. I get a lockpick. And I get to roll the die. That goes off the table far, far away from me. Let me see if I can get it with my foot. I got it. I got it. Okay. Reroll the die. 7. I got a weapon part. No food. Times are hard. Okay. That's the end of his stuff. Then we deal with the night raid. What's going to happen to us? And the dice ran away. And the dice ran away with the spoon. Reality impact. Alright. Make sure they're all facing the same way so there's no shenanigans. Cool. Shuffle them up. Black. Black. 415. Shots and screams spread across the street like a pandemic. The soldiers are entering houses and dragging out anyone they manage to grab. Those who get taken outside are made to kneel with their hands in the air. Then they are moved into the... Did I resolve an event for the day? I didn't resolve an event. I didn't resolve an event for the morning. I'm gonna do that when we at the end of this. Those who get taken outside are made to kneel with their hands in the air. Then they are moved into the middle of the street and made to stand in a row. We are among them. Oh no. They make us sound off, then empty our pockets. We now know our numbers. The soldiers reload their weapons. Now's the time for vengeance. For real or imagined offenses. Those who have been punished don't care anymore. Assign any number from 1 to 10 to each character who was in the shelter. Then roll the black die as many times as they are present. As there are characters present. A result equal to an assigned number means that the character was shot, removed from the game. Oh my gosh. Assign any number from 1 to 10 to each character who was in the shelter. Then roll the black die as many times as they are characters. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna let you guys determine the fate of this. I need 2 numbers between 1 and 10. I add 4 coal to the list, so it's all the coal token. That's what I missed. Okay, so we've got 5 for 1. Get water while y'all do that. So an 8. Okay, all right, Jason. So we will say 5 is for Bruno and 8 is for Amelia. Here we go. I rolled an 8. Amelia's dead. And I rolled another 8. Amelia got shot. Ah! When a character dies, let's see what happens. At the end of the dawn phase... Okay, so... Let's talk about what happens. Everyone comes back. The stuff get... Oh, I gotta deal with his. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 3 water. So he's gonna bring back 3 water. So now we need to do this properly. So I need to get rid of... So there's... I need to get rid of 2 things. I'll get rid of the sugar. I'll get rid of the sugar. So he comes back with water for days. Actually, no, I don't need 1 water. He'll get 1 sugar with him. I already have 1 water in there. So, and he's got 2 lock picks. We'll deal with this in turn. Cigarette, the saw blade, and the weapons. Okay, assign meds where need, draw a fate card. Shuffle these up. It is really cold out. Jeez, Pete. No wounds. Raise illness of all characters who hasn't taken meds by 2. So her illness is at 3. Ooh, alright. She's really sick when they drag her out. Discard med tokens from all characters, none are there. If the cold minus board ups equal 5 or more, raise the illness of 1 character. So let's play it fair. Bruno was there, so he's gonna get the sickies. Exchange a small location. It's this one. That's the hotel. In its place is the sniper junction. At the beginning of scavenging resolves 660. Oh no. Alright, so that's gonna happen. And resolve spirit A for all characters. He needs a cigarette. We got a cigarette. If any character in the group is hungry, level 3, nobody is. Discard 1 coffee or raise misery. She's dead no matter what. So I don't have any coffee. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I'm taking it in turn before checking death. It says at the end of the dawn phase is when we do that. So that's the so misery epilogue 4208. She did die twice. So she's going to 208. And it's for Amelia. Come on, come back, get back. Wait, was that the right one? Broken by the horrors of war, Amelia slit her wrists. As the blood flowed from her veins, she thought about her murdered sister and father. She would see them again soon. Remove the character from the game. So she got shot, and then she split her wrist, so she's dead. But let's talk about what happens to the rest of the party when they get back and see that she is dead. Okay, and then we resolve a narrative action. Just resolving as we go. Through the sewers, play at the end of the night phase. A chosen character on guard duty may bring an additional item from the findings pile to the storage. That can help with food or resourcefulness. Play when crafting any fitting, ignore a requirement. I'm going to do the through the sewers. Then we'll reshuffle these. So I got 2. We're going to get a new person. Okay. So at the end of the dawn phase, check if any character died or abandoned the group today. If the answer is yes, roll the black die and compare the results with each character's empathy. On a result equal to or less than the empathy, raise it by 2. So I rolled a 3 for Bruno, barely. But Marco is sad that she ran out, and he gets 2 misery. Marco's misery is up to 2. He's bummed out. Amelia's dead. Okay. So that's a horrible thing that happened. At the end of the night phase, remove this card from the game. And it is cold as you know what. But now we're at the end of the chapter, so we look here. So we do, did we discard? Yes, we did. So we get peace during the next night phase. Do not draw a night phase card. Thank you. So I'm gonna put this right here. And then we start chapter 2. Before we start chapter 2, well, we bury her. She got shot while trying to slit her wrist. But we bury her. And then we're going to we're then going to see what happens next. So chapter 2. You have just finished the first chapter of the campaign. Add the knight and raid residence cards that have not been used in the game with the red corners into their corresponding decks. So all of them are getting added. Then resolve the objective card to see for the rewards. And we did meet the conditions. You may save the game now or start the second campaign. We're starting the second. So here we go. And it says event, right? Yep, top event. No more cold tokens to add because it's cold out. Famine. Place this card on the findings pile. If any card is already there, remove that card from the game. The value of canned food, raw food, and vegetables is raised by 3 when trading. Cool, cool, cool. And the new objective for the chapter is taking care of ourselves every day. At the end of the chapter, each character's misery must be lower than 2. Cool. That's our new problem. So we start a new day. I'm gonna play this card here to get who's there, play at the end of any phase, draw and resolve 2 characters from the visitor's deck. 2 characters, so we get in our 4. And this is removed from the game. So we're getting 2 new people coming to the shelter. Actually, I'm gonna wait until nighttime. I'm gonna draw them now, but I'm gonna wait until nighttime because I don't want to feed them. I can't feed them right now. So I'm gonna wait until nighttime to do that. Let me retcon that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into our actions for the day. He has one. The fatigue is still fine. They've got 2 actions. I need to give him meds when I get the chance. So first off, we're gonna get these foolishness with the saw blade out the way. And you, my good man, need to do something. You need to do something. Let's get this chair built. You're gonna get this. You're gonna pull this new ideas. We're gonna get that, and we're gonna improve our. I think the reinforced door. What lets us do fittings? Something lets us do fitting. Because an efficient heater. Use the heater. We need the chair though, and we'll do bed to get an extra bed. So that's action number 1. Saw blade for cutting this foolishness. So we will roll on that table. I got a 10. So cool. We get 3 components and 1 mechanical part. So now the components want to come out. Okay. And then this card's gone from the game. So that's 1. 2. Search the furniture. And I need you to build me, because you can afford it now, we're building a chair. We're going to put it right here. That's what we're going to do. And it's going to cost 1 component. And spend this 5. You get 5, 3, 4, 5. And we will do, and it costs 2. Okay, so let's see what's here. You find 2 mechanical parts, but we're out of mechanical parts, no good. 2 electric parts. 1 raw food in the furniture. And 1 wood. When you run out of parts, you just don't have it. And we found that. Alright, so we got 1 person's eating today, which will probably be Marco. And then Marco will build a chair. We really should have lowered heat. I'm gonna pay for that. So in the chair, roll a black die on a 6 to 10, lower misery of the character placed here by 1. For each book, add +2 to the roll. So it would be, I would have to roll a 4 or higher to reduce it. But that ends their turn. Now let's go into the feed phase. So we feed them. Marco's going to take food. So they got watered. They were watered properly, and Marco got a food, which reduced his hunger, but that hunger goes to Bruno. Alright. After that phase, because this says this could be played at the end of any phase, when we're about to determine scavengers, that's when I'm going to play this card. And remove it from the game to get 2 new people. Alright. Then we'll see what we see when we see what we see. There will be a guard because we're getting food next round. Darn it. So first person is Erica. Second person is Pavel. Alright, bye Amelia. Bye. Erica and Pavel. I see Erica right there. Pavel. Erica and Pavel got a face thingy on his face thingy. Pavel's right here. Erica and Pavel. We've got 2 new people coming on in. So Erica will take blue. Pavel will take green. Amelia will rest in peace. So Pavel's ability is Fleet of Foot. When Pavel is in the group fleeing from combat, reduce the number of backstab wounds by 2. And Erica says once per scavenger, before rolling for noise, she can lower the noise by 5. So Erica's going out. Pavel might go out with them, because their inventory is no joke. Pavel could re-roll the die once. Erica could re-roll her dice twice. Do some Tetris. Alright, got new people. Cool. We're taking the saw blade, 1 lockpick, and the meds when we go out. Going out, Marco's going out. So he'll get so his fatigue will go to 2. Erica's going out because she can super help him. So they can carry 8 items. What should Pavel do? Pavel. Pavel can stand guard. Pavel will stand guard while a man here gets in the... actually... What can you do when you go out? Can you read a book? Can I put you to read that book right now? No, you probably need to go to sleep. Yeah, you're going to bed. Get to bed. Reduce that fatigue. Okay, and Pavel will gain a fatigue for staying up. Bruno will lose his fatigue for going to bed. Sick. And we're ready to party. Alright, so we're going to... Oh, it says at the beginning of the scavenger... at the beginning of scavenging, resolve 660. So let's see what we got. 660. 660. If a famous place, domain of death. So this happens at the beginning of scavenging, not... Yeah, so I rolled an 8, and I rolled a 7. Thank gravy. So, basically, if I rolled a 1 or 2, choose the character present and roll the red die to see how much they got shot. So, I rolled an 8, and I rolled a 7 when I rolled that die. Oh, wait. Alright. Thank goodness. Okay, so they're fine. We are going to... It's got a hatchet and it's got food. We're going back to the warehouse. Get 12. And we need to reduce misery. We've got the chair. Lower than 2. We could probably get... Marco won't get it this round, but we could probably get Bruno's down. What do y'all think of the game so far? I mean, are you liking it? Is it good? Is it bad? Sorry, Jason, it's all good, man. It happens. No big. I could have rolled any number. It was good that you went high, though, because, you know, I'm not a good dice roller, so it was a good bet. It was a good bet. Alright, so we're going with 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Alright. Let's start a lovely adventure with Hiding Place. You may ignore this or return 2 exploration cards to place it on the exploration slot and use it anytime during the scavenging phase. After the roll for noise, you may discard this card to ignore an encounter or perform a backstab. I'll ignore it. I need to find food. Someone's here. Raise noise by 3. Sorry, we're at 1. Raise it by 3. It's at 4. Closed door. There is a closed door here. So pick the lock. Requires a lock pick. I took a lock pick with me. Let's see. Return one exploration card and roll the black die. On a 5 or 10, discard the lockpick and open the door. After opening, add 5 cards from the exploration deck to the unknown deck. Draw and resolve 1 finding card, then discard the closed door. Okay. I rolled a 2. Gone. Fantastic. So that didn't happen. Jam door. Do we have jam door? Nope. Search the heap. Return 2 to search. Yes, sir. And raise noise by 1. And then we do, so famine, this is cost, so I don't care about cost. But the value is raised up, so food costs more. Yeah. But I'm not selling food. So we're searching the heap. We get 1 mechanical part, 1 chem, and reroll the die. Out of mechanical carts, out of chem, and we roll this die for a 1, which means we find nothing, because my rolls are trash. Cool. I'm going to use Erica's Erica's ability to lower this down to 0. And then search the pantry. Return 2 to search for food. I'm going to do that and search the pantry. We found 1 vegetable, a cafe, 2 bottles of alcohol. That's big because I want to be able to trade with somebody. So 2 bottles of 100% alcohol, which is worth 10 spot each. And we roll the black die, which is a 7. On a 7, we get a weapon part. That was big. Alright, next card. Search the heap. I'm gonna raise it by 1 and roll. Which is a 2. Of course it is. Of course it's a 2. Of course it's a 2. You have to roll any other number other than that. Any other number would have done. Like it, I got the digital version, but haven't really played it much yet. I might tonight. I found that Kate, I found that I went back in and I played the digital version. It plays differently. I mean, and of course it would, because you have to make the adaptation for board game. I was hoping for the turn-based side of things, to where it's like, okay, you've got this action, you've got this action, do a thing, do a thing. It's still fun and sad, but, you know. Rebels! You guys are about to see a fight! Determine the number of rebels by rolling this nonsense. 6! There are 2 of them, and draw their tokens. So, we get all of these tokens. All of them. So we get to draw 2. Rebels are armed with A has a knife, B has a pistol, and C has a shotgun. So we've got our first one, A, who has a knife. And B, who has a pistol. Oof. This might pinch. Rebels are offering you some items. They have 1 moonshine and 1 cigarette to exchange. Oh, really? If you do not trade, roll the black die result. I guess they're gonna fight me. If you trade, you may return 1. I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna trade with these rebels. I'm gonna be like, dude. So get rid of 1. You trade on 215. I don't want to fight them. On 215. So the trade commission is 3. They've got canned food. Do they have vegetables? So food costs +3, and their commission is 3, so that's 6. And canned food is 15, so it costs 21 for 1 canned food for these nerds. 21. I need it. I don't need it, actually. I'm gonna buy something from you, but it's not gonna be that. I'm probably gonna buy a cigarette. Cigarettes cost 1 plus 3, so it's 4. Let me see what else I could buy from you, because I could do the alcohol and get something good from this. Afterwards, shuffle this back into, so I'll go back down. So I can do. I don't need bandages yet. I got meds already. The meds are with me. And the alcohol comes. So I've got 20 buy power here. Buying canned food is just silly. I can buy a cigarette. And I can buy... What's the jewelry? The jewelry is 10 gold, so that'd be 13 for that. No. The band-aids are 10. I'm just gonna buy a cigarette for 2. And I'll get rid of, to sell, I'll get rid of the chems and the weapon part. No, the weapon part is 2. So this thing costs, this cigarette costs 4. I'm gonna get rid of the chems, and the weapon part is 3. Does anybody need coffee? So if I buy 2 cigarettes, that'll be 8. So I'll do that. Buy 2 cigarettes, which is 8. Sell the alcohol for 10, so they owe me 2. I'll just say keep the change, because they're armed. I'll be like, hey, we're friends here. That's your money. And I walk away. I walk away. I haven't found any food. So basically, I bought 2 cigarettes for 8. I gave them one 100% alcohol for 10, and just was like, finger guns. That's your money. I don't want to do this card, but I have to do because I'm searching for food. Hiding place. Ignore it. Alright. We're done. But... Oh, but through the sewers. Play at the end of the night phase, so at the end of the night phase, so let's see what happens. This says, during the next night phase, do not draw a night card. And then we can remove it from the game. Hey! So now at the end of the night phase, it says, a chosen character on guard duty may bring additional items from the findings pile to the stores. The character may bring as many tokens, resources, as they can normally carry. The person who's here is Pavel, so he can carry 4. We've got food, people. We've got food. So, it says that play at the end of the night phase, a chosen character on guard duty may bring additional items from the findings pile to the storage. Oh, from here. Oh, never mind. We don't have food. That's a lie. I just lied to you. We don't need him to do that just yet. Alright, so they come back. Oh, we need to resolve the... We don't resolve the night deck because our card stopped that from happening. Cool. So that's over with. The crime wave, we've already put all the cards in the deck. So we're at the dawn phase. We return. Fresh, feeling like $1,000,000. I'm gonna put the meds on Bruno for him to feel better. And that's assigning meds. Then draw a fate card. Hey, Board Game Geek. Glad I caught you streaming. I'm a fan of your channel. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks so much. Welcome aboard. Pull up a chair at the table. Pull up a chair to my tiny, tiny table. Watch your knees. And let's see what happens on this fateful day. Okay. Raise the illness of all ill characters who did not take any meds by 1. He's got meds. But it doesn't say heal him, it just says do that. Heal wounds of all characters who have bandages by 1. Discard any bandages tokens. If cold token boarded up equal 1 or more, raise the illness of 1. So somebody else is getting sick in this piece. Alright, so we will give it to Pavel. We'll start coughing because he hung with Bruno. Kind of thematic. Exchange the nearest small location. We don't have any. Resolve weight tokens, then discard. Resolve spirits C on all characters, and then reshuffle. So C, if Bruno is wounded, nope. C, if Marco is ill, nope. Pavel, if there is a guitar in the storage, lower one chosen character's misery by 1, there is not. And Erica, no effect. And then shuffle this back into the deck. Narrative actions, so we get 2 new fun things. Marco's action is to go to bed. So, secret storage, I drew that again. Rumors. Play at any time. Take a look at the top cards from any 2 of the following decks: events, visitor, residence, and night raids. Secret storage. I know I'd love to see what the horrible thing is, but I can't change the fate. I just look at them. Alright. So, we know that Marco is going to sleep. That's his 1 action. Bruno is going to take a seat in a chair and try to see if he can cool his head off. I don't have a shovel, but I can build one. 3 components. So we're going to have Pavel build a shovel, which costs 3 components. And shovels 3 components and 1 wood. So he's going to build a shovel. Where'd my shovel go? I'm lost! Oh, here it is. So he builds a shovel. Oh, and they would have brought back water. I forgot about that, because I had enough space for it. They would have brought back 3 water, because there was only 2 things that had weight. Um, so he'd have done that. So he's gonna build a shovel. This person is going to lower some of that cold temp by burning 2 wood. Get rid of 1 cold temperature. And that will, so you come here, did that. You need to roll, and you are fully rested. So you are no longer fatigued. Let's see about this. A 2. Nope. You are still miserable. Alright. So you've got 3 actions, though, which is great. This guy's... Marco's done for the day. But we still got stuff. They've got 1 action left, you've got 2. We're going to continue to try to lower that. You are going to come in here with the shovel. Actually, yeah, you'll come in here with the shovel. And you, my good man. Hey, Steven! How's it going? Let's see. You, my good man, are going to... What can you do for me? What can you do for me lately? Good grief. This rubble's in the worst place. Can you build something to put up fitting? We can build a 3 I don't have any components to build anything. I've got a lot of stuff. Nothing that can help me. I need you to do 1 more thing. What will that be? Poke about. Poke about. Got a 6. I got 2 wood or 2 components. I'll take 2 components. That will end your turn. The shovel goes back. Flip this card over. We flip this card over. And we roll. 3! Come on. Okay, so they're done. He's got 1 action left. Let's not make this a thing. Let's get rid of this. So that will get rid of this card. So we can... There might be something in this heap. The next time we're coming up here. Alright. Let's see. Event. Add 3 cold tokens. Food shortage. Remove the following tokens from the box. Not from storage in the waste bag. Remove the following tokens from the box. 1 canned food. 2 raw food. 3 vegetables. Gone. And it gets really cold again. Remove this card from the game. Okay. Cool. Let's get out. We gotta talk about food. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got a veggie tail. I'm gonna give it to Bruno so he doesn't get hungry, but the rest of them will. And I need to find some meds for Pavel. Oh, that's illness. No. Gracious. Okay, so Erica is... Everyone's hungry except for Pavel. We're gonna... Well, Marco's going out. So that's where he got the fatigue. So Marco's going out. Erica's going out with him. So her fatigue will go to 2. Really need to build that other bed. Bruno's gonna stay up. Marco's going to bed, so he'll lose his... I mean, Pavel's going to bed, so he'll lose his fatigue because he's sick. Oh, vomit. Oh, so let's see. So that's our order of events. I'm going to do some stuff. I'm going to do a thing. So the shovel is going in secret storage. They're going to take the lockpick with them. They're going to take a band-aid with them. They're going to take the saw blade with them. Actually, no, they're going to put the saw blade in protection, take the alcohol with them. Because none of them have bars. The warehouse has bars. They'll take the saw blade with them, too. And... what else will go on here? Nobody needs coffee. Nobody cares about coffee. I need to build a trap to get food. That's what I need to do. I need to build a trap. Because I got chems to do this work. So we're going to put a cigarette on here. And we'll put both cigarettes on here. Yeah, put both cigarettes on. So we'll keep those safe. Okay. Cool. Stupid sniper nest is still out there. I rolled... Talk die. I rolled a 4. First time's gonna die kind of be locked up against the edge, so I rolled a 4, so I'm okay, thank goodness. Then we return to the warehouse. Seems to be the only thing that has food. The sniper's nest is just insane. The warehouse has bars, though. Alrighty. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here we go. Rubble. This place does have... No, this place doesn't have rubble. Rubble. Reality impact. Make sure they're all facing the same direction so there's no shenanigans going on. Okay. Black. Black number 24. I gotta reshuffle that. Black number 24. We moved between buildings, sneaking along walls, but rather than a dull bang, a can of food fell onto the street and rolled, making quite a bit of noise. Who would let such a treasure get away? Add 1 canned food to the finding pile. That'll be happy. Around the corner, we see 2 men with backpacks stuffed with what seemed to be cans of food. One of the men was about to turn back, but the other one stopped him, saying, "Joseph, leave it. Let's get back on the ground. We don't have time to waste." They raised a manhole cover and, to our surprise, disappeared into the sewers. They've got food! They've got food and I am desperate. We follow them carefully, returning 3. 1, 2, 3. So, sorry, I probably can't see. So 3, going back on top. We're going after him. We're going after him. We're going in. I'm gonna throw up. We're gonna die. The cover is heavy, but we managed to lift it. A few steps down the ladder and our feet are on the ground with a splash. The damp and stench bore into our brains. If the stink doesn't kill us, then nothing will. After a few meters, the sewer branches out into many directions. Where should we go? Suddenly, we see a flash of light in one of the tunnels. That's where they went. We managed to move stealthily enough that, completely unseen, we reach a room. From the room, we can hear several voices in conversation and see a light. So many people have been hiding even here beneath the city. We see 3 men and 2 women. Luckily, they can't see us. This room, in contrast to the sewers, is dry and ventilation ducts bring in fresh air. The people here have their own sleeping places and they are stockpiling food and various items, just like us. In a corner, we see a large amount of canned food, water, and close by a few weapons. They are very close to the weapons, but maybe they won't reach them in time. Ah! It's a treasure trove. Let's move up. Let's make use of the element of surprise and jump them. If we're carrying weapons, or combined prowess of the characters is greater than 1, which it is. Prowess is 4 total. And if we have firearms with us, D150. Let's show ourselves and try to talk to them. But what will they do with strangers who've discovered their secret? We decide against it. If it's a group just like ours, people who are just trying to survive, we kindly back away. I don't have firearms. If I jump them, that could be, if we are desperate times call to steal anything. It's a treasure trove. Let's make use of element of surprise and jump them. If we are carrying weapons or the combined prowess of the characters present is greater than 1, which means it would be combat. That's combat. And if we have firearms with us, let's show ourselves and try to talk to them. I think I'm gonna do that. Oh my gosh, this is such a bad idea. We step out of the darkness and greet them, trying to employ our most calming manner. The sewer inhabitants' fear quickly turn into action. Afraid, they reach for their weapons. A second of hesitation, and then suddenly someone pulls the trigger. We'll never know if it was out of fear or by accident. The others joining. What else can they do? There was no way. No! What? I should have jumped them. Oh. Oh no. I'm curious what would have happened if I had jumped them. I'm just curious what would have happened if I had jumped them. I gotta see. We would have lived. I could have distributed 4 wounds between the 2 characters. If anyone survived. We wouldn't have gotten anything, we just would have gotten hurt. Oh my gosh. Oh no, which means all of our items are gone. Well, they're out in the ground. Oh no, so Erica and Marco are dead. Oh no. Luckily I can use this for him to get back what we need. Oh my gosh, that is awful. Alright. So let's... this is over. This is done. Whoa. Alright, night. Oh my gosh. What? I know, right? What? Okay, so... Oh no, did I freeze up? I froze up? I froze up. Can you guys still hear me or no? Story screen is still up. Story screen still up? Okay. Okay, I should be back now. I'm back. For some strange reason, YouTube acts really, I don't know, it's like it kicks out for some strange reason. It's so strange. So we're back. Awesome. Cool. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if you saw, but I lost Marco and Erica. They both died. I think this might be the end of the game. So let's see. That was harsh. That was incredibly hard. All right, here we go. I should have. Oh my gosh. Night raid. Starving people. Damage for any tokens resources starting with and 1 woo. So let's see if we can chill this out. Nope. So he takes a wound. And we lose 4. Electric 1, 2, 3, 4. So mechanical parts and electric parts. So 4 items gone. And that is that. Afterwards, remove this card from the game. Okay, so we're gonna pop through the sewers to get back all this stuff because it says that I can carry my weight up, which is just the 1. So we're gonna step out, get all that stuff back using this card and getting rid of it. B, stay safe. I get rid of that. Oh my gosh. I didn't need to assign something. I'm gonna give him a bandage as well so that he doesn't get wounded, and I pull a fate. That was oh, has anyone encountered that happening? I should have been nosy. They had food, we were hungry. Oh no. Raise wounds of all wounded, unbandaged characters. I gave him a bandage. Lower the illness of all characters with meds by 2. So he is no longer sick. Discard meds. Meds discarded. If cold. Yep, so somebody else is getting sick. It's him. It's gotta be him. He just. Alright. Exchange the smallest. There's no small tiles. Resolve weights. A. He needs a cigarette. He gets a cigarette and he's good. No effect for Pavel. And shuffle this back in. Narrative. I think this might be the end. I think I just might have lost. I gotta roll dice to see what happens. So we get like a mouse, play during scavenging phase. Instead of rolling for noise, set noise marker to 1. Or resourceful, play when crafting a fitting, ignore requirements for one of the resources. We're gonna do resourceful. Oh my gosh, what just happened? Ah! Alright, so then we deal with death. At the end of the dawn phase, check if any characters died or abandoned the group. If yes, roll the black die. So I gotta beat empathy. So Boris is 2, not Boris. Bruno is 2. I rolled a 7. And then I rolled a 5. He's okay. Pavel is 6. I rolled a 5, so that's 2. And I rolled a 5 again, so it said raise their misery by 2. Not up to by 2. So I raised his by 2 for Marco. If any character, if yes, roll the black die, compare the result with each character's empathy. So he failed both of them. That means he went to 4. This is going downhill quickly. So we read epilogue 208 for him. Oh my gosh. 208. So 208. And it is Pavel. Are you guys still with me? Yeah, Pavel. One fateful night, Pavel decided to leave the shelter. We tried to stop him, but to little effect. The next morning, he was shot in the back as he ran away from bandits. One chosen character suffers one wound. Oh, so he gets 2 wounds and remove Pavel from the game. No! Oh my gosh! This game is rough! So Pavel's dead. And Pavel died, so we need to roll. He got a 3, so his misery went up to 3. And he's got 2 wounds, so he's only got 1 action, but we need to draw the event. Harsh Winter. Place this card permanently in the cold space. At the beginning of each, add 2, but I'm already full up. Oh my gosh. Yeah. He's got 1 action. 1 action. We're gonna lower that misery. That's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna add a book to it. 8, 9, 10. I lower my misery by 1, so he goes down to 2 misery. And that is his only action. He is done. Yeah, it's all unicorns and sunshine. It's all unicorns and sunshine. So, nighttime. Oh, feeding time. Because we couldn't get any water, so we need to roll. If he doesn't have any water, he'll have food. So misery or hunger is going up. It's cocked eye. A 1. Hunger goes up by 1. Then he's gonna eat canned food to knock that hunger right out. Right out. Okay, he's going out. He's going out on his own. Here I go again on my own. So he's taking these things with him, because I know we're gonna get raided, and he's gonna take the alcohol. Alright, he's going out. We need to roll 660. We need to go to 660 on a 1 or 2. He gets shot. I rolled a 2. No. I rolled a 2. So I rolled a 2. This is going downhill fast. So 660. Choose 1 character present and roll the red combat die. May use prowess to check and see how many wounds they take. So I rolled a 2. Let me get this thing off of here so we can. I rolled it. He didn't get shot. Thank goodness. Oh my goodness. I thought he was dead. Okay. So that happened. And then we're gonna reshuffle this deck, and he's going to the warehouse. Oh my gosh. Yes, it strikes again. 1, 2, 3. Shuffle. 4, 5, 6. Shuffle. 7, 8, 9. Shuffle. 10, 11, 12. Alright. Here we go. Does it have a basement? Basement entrance? It does. If there's no basement entrance, discard. If there's a basement entrance, you may resolve this card immediately or place it on the exploration slot and resolve it later. Raise noise by 3 and roll noise after entering. Nope. I'm gonna think about it. Jam door. There's no jam door. Bars. There are bars, and he does have the saw blade. Saw through requires a saw blade. Return 2 exploration and roll for noise. 2. Roll for noise. 9. No noise. After sawing through, add 6 cards from the exploration deck to the unknown deck. Draw and resolve 1 finding card for the pantry. and then discard this bars card. So add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 findings from the pantry. He's getting a vegetable, 2 coffees, and we roll. Roll a 5. I get 2 sugar. There's all sugar. I've got it. I've got the things I don't need. And that goes back here. And then it says, then discard this. So I discard. Climb up. No, I don't want to. Look for another way. 1, 2, 3. Search the furniture. Return 2 or raise it by 1 and roll for noise. I rolled a 2 because, you know, that just seems to be the number that I roll today. 2. Rebels. I will trade with them. So 215. Actually, I will talk to them. I won't trade with them. I'll talk to them. 707. He is sad. He just needs someone to talk to. 707. With guns lowered, these people look far less menacing. There's still a lot of tension, but we can almost see them as they were before the war. A banker, a farmer, an office worker, a postman. People like us. Roll the black die. I rolled a 7. The commander is a vegetarian, a reptile and an amphibian specialist. In fact, his second in command is an architect, and I was a graphic designer at a print shop. We fight with what we can get our hands on. Ammo's like a fickle woman who teases you. It runs out. Then we find some, and as soon as we can get our hopes up, it runs out again. So we've learned to kill with anything. We're like emotionless machines. I don't even know why I'm here. I should have gone away with the others. That's sad. Alright. Next card. Please don't say private roll. Cool. Search the heap. Discard 2. And raise noise by 1. And then pull from this foolish thing. Move the heap. A filter, a shell, things I don't care about. A filter, an electronic part, and I roll the black die. For an 8. An 8 gets me a weapon part. Okay. Door. Discard 1 to look for another way, or raise the noise. Raise the noise by 1, or roll for noise. I'll raise it by 1. Reality impact. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Crazy. Oh, I need to lower his misery. I need to lower his misery, then I can continue. Alright, and I need to find some meds. Black. Black, 315. 315. Coming here was a mistake. Now there are 4 armed bandits facing us, and it doesn't seem like they'd be satisfied with just anything. But wait! Is that a familiar face you see under a layer of dirt and scars? Hey, is that you, Mizrad? Roll the black die, 1 to 5. As a result of 6 to 10. Gentlemen, maybe we can come to an agreement. I'm going to go with hey. Hey! I rolled a 3. It's not Nazard, at least not anymore. The goon comes closer. A strong push from him made us lose balance. Huge hands clench into fists, and his two friends at the back take out their knives. I don't want you to take everything we've got. We won't go down without a fight, or take everything we've got. Discard all tokens from the findings pile. We're not going down without a fight. Draw 4 enemy tokens. All bandits are armed with knives. Begin combat. If we manage to kill 2 of them, the rest will run away. Okay, so we grab these 2 that were here. They're all armed with knives. And I've got my hopes and my dreams. My hopes and my dreams. So we've got person number 1 with a knife, and person number 2 with prowess 2 and a knife. Okay, so I've got my fisticuffs, they've got knives. Oh, it's 4 of them, sorry. I keep saying 2. If I kill 2, it's 4 of them, and it's bad. It's bad! So, let's do this. So they stab me. I admit I don't hit them. And the hatchet doesn't mean anything, and I miss. And let's make sure I do the fighting properly. Let's see, that's guards, scavenging, fighting, combat. This is combat. Red die, pistol rolls. This is guards and weapons. Combat. If the symbol appears as a roll on a combat die, yours or enemies, you must choose it if it misses or if you trust fate. If you opt for fate, draw a fate card and check the color of a combat die icon on that card. If it matches the color of the combat die rolled, resolve the text below the combat die icon. Otherwise, this roll is a miss. Let's see. If we try to run, they'll backstab. I'm going to try to run, so they're going to backstab. And the hatchet, unless you have a hatchet, the hatchet is a miss. Yep. So I'm going to run away. Each character can assign 1 weapon. So he got a wound, so he's at 3 wounds from the first roll. He's at 3 rooms, and then he ran away, but they rolled a hatchet. They had knives, so that doesn't do anything. Only the hatchet does an insta-kill. Oh my god. Yeah, he didn't do so well. That's the end of that. He ran away. And he took... I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. Poke about. Ignore. Hiding place. Ignore. Stairs down. Return 3x or raise by 3 and roll for noise. Oh yeah, I'm at 7. Let's do this. 1. Resident. Let's do this. One of 2 things is gonna happen. Rats. Ooh, it was nothing, just some rats. You may return 1 exploration card to try to catch one. I don't have one. So wasted. Alright. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? I don't care for any of this. I'm even gonna leave the alcohol. So I'm gonna leave those behind. Weapon part. Filter. Sugar. Electric part. And I'm gonna take me a water with me. And that's my 3. Alright, no one's here to guard the place. So if no one's there to guard the place at night, let's see what happens. There's something you're supposed to read. There must be at least one guard in guard space, otherwise read C 333. 333. Once there was nobody to protect our shelter, other people came and took what they wanted. Some of them stayed and there was no turning back. The streets were dangerous and offered no protection. This was the end. It is also the end of the game. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to survive to the end of the war. Oh my gosh! So if no one can, so basically they came and squatted in. When he got back, he was wounded with 3, and he just collapsed in the street and died. And that's the game. I lost. Wow, this game is brutal, and I love it. I love it. This game is hard. I lost 2 people just like that. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, so that was an awful thing that happened. That awful thing happened. So, yeah. This war of mine. Yeah. So, that was a lot of fun. Let's... I should not... My downfall was chasing after those people in the sewer. That was my downfall. If I didn't do that, I could have survived longer. Oh my gosh, that was insane. Okay, so... let's go back up and let's chat. Oh my gosh. And I only thought Katie and you lost people instantly. That was rough. That was very rough. So, a couple things, right? I could have done a lot of things differently. This is a game of survival. It's a tough time. Everybody's having a hard time. I usually play the I can't let somebody get hurt guy, so that worked against me, but when I play this again, I'm not going that route. I'm going cutthroat. So when I add in the Tales of the Ruined City and we play the next time, I'm going full cutthroat. I'm killing anybody in the way. I'm trying to get weapons. I'm building up stuff. The couple things I did wrong. I built the heater. I think the bed was important, but right after that, I need to build stuff to get weapons or something to cut those bars quickly, so that or a shovel just in case I lose one, so that I can finish searching the house. There were still a lot of places in the house I didn't search. Oh, I'm going emotionless. I'm going hardcore on Tales of a Ruined City. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be on. So I got that wrong. I definitely got that wrong. The heater's important because the cold got intense and people started getting sick. I had meds to deal with one of them, and I could have found more, but I really didn't push for that, which wasn't all that great. I think following them in the sewer, complete downfall. The night card that killed Emilia, I could have saved her. If I would have lived, I would have put her in that chair and had her read that book so she didn't kill herself. But here's the weird thing, and the reason why I love this game is that the narrative unfolded. Go to page 313, go to page 77, go to page 660. As I walked through this game, there was more and more lore, more story. I love this game. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. I think it's terrible in terms of emotional drain, but it's fantastic because I watch these people's lives unfold. I mean, I didn't play them long enough to care about them, not like I did with Anik, but I did feel for them when they lost, and the story of how they ended is awful. I mean, I lost the game just like that by not being able to guard my house. If he would have died, I'd have lost the game. If there's so many ways to lose this game, and I mean, just going out in the city is dangerous. The sniper junction was dangerous. Efficiency is a big thing. Yeah. Efficiency is super big. I need to be careful. I need to get a weapon because this punch die, it only has 2 symbols on it. Everything else is blank. So this punch die is trash. The knife die has a little bit more variance. It's got 2 empty spaces. And then the gun die, I think, yeah, it just has 2. So getting a gun would have been important, but I had to give up the pistol that I had so that I could not suffer a penalty. This game's fun. I want more of it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, that happened. That was a thing. I think I would highly recommend this game. I would caution. I'm gonna throw that out there because I care about you guys at my table here and everyone out in the world that's gonna watch this later if you choose to. Please watch me. This game is hard, and I don't mean hard in terms of difficulty. I mean in terms of decisions and choices you make. War, and it's a true portrayal of war. You are caught in the middle of a conflict that you didn't want to be part of, right? And so you're starving. Everyone's feeling a way about stuff, and it's hard. I think I want to caution people who, if that's a subject matter that bothers you, if it's something that when you deal with these things that you'll say that will leave a lasting impression, but in a bad way, I would avoid this. Only because it plays to reality. It's not easy. It's difficult choices. You don't know whether you're gonna live or die. For those who are like me, who are comes from, who says the story is hard to play through. It's harsh, but it's good, and the game difficulty scales to make sure that I am challenged when I play. Yeah, Kate. But when it says I'm challenged when I play, and the subject matter, while rough, I can handle it, buy this game. This game has another difficulty. This board that I have here, you can flip it over, and it's the advanced board, which makes it harder. So if you play this game and you're like, okay, well, I got through all this stuff in the game, I beat it, I made tough decisions, but I was successful, now what? Flip the board over, and then start playing, because that's the advanced side. And that's just in the core box, which is what we played with here today, the core box. Then, if you're able to get through that, and you're like, I want more, there's Tales of the Ruined City. It's over here. That's why I'm looking over here. There's Tales of the Ruined City, which is the first expansion that adds more to it, which I'm going to be getting into. And then you're like, okay, well, I played through all that content. I want more. There's the new expansion, Day of the Siege. Play that. And play through it. This game has high replayability. High replayability. Look at this book. I want you to look at this book. This is the core game, and this is all the different decisions that you'll make. So you replay the game, you won't play it the same way you did the first time, the second time, the third time. I think you probably have to go through this story a lot to get the entire breadth of this book of secrets. Great job on this game. That can make you emotional, or the best, if I can't talk about it when it's done fully. Yeah, that's true, Steven. I want to talk more about this game. I want to know more about it. I want to play it. So my recommendation for solo players, buy this game. My recommendation for 2 players, if you're going to play with your friend or your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever, get this game. The rules are a little different because if you play it with more than one player, each turn the book gets passed and each person controls all characters, but you'll get the hang of it. I would push back against playing this 3-player. I really would, because I think a lot, even though you're working through stuff, a lot gets lost. Really great conversations happen, which I love, but a lot might get lost by this game from people who kind of want to figure, you know, they're trying to find a way to sort this stuff out. And like, I want to do that. Well, I don't. I want to kill him. Well, I don't want to kill him. And then it turns into something. I think at max, you should play this game 2-player. At max. Ideally, solo play. BGG, Board Game Geek had it right. And if you're still here, you had it right. 1 player. This game is a solo playfest. And it's hard. It's difficult. It's beautiful. It tells the story of what happens when you're stuck in a conflict that you have no control over and you are helpless. That's what I got. So, let's talk about what's coming up. Tomorrow, more death with Kingdom Death Monster. Steven and I are going back in, and this time we're going to face the Butcher. So, I don't know what that means. I am terrified out of my mind. So, I hope we live. That is like the most concerned look I can give. So we're getting into KDM, and then Sunday, Folklore, story number 5. So 2 more stories, and then we're gonna unbox the next expansion and add in the rumor cards, which adds a new dynamic to the game. But yeah, I want to play this game again. I'm gonna schedule another stream. I have to appease the Arkham Horror gods, so I'll be playing Arkham Horror next week. But the week after that, I'm coming back to this game. I'm coming back to this game, and we're gonna do Tales of a Ruined City, and go through it. I'm still thinking about this. I'm still thinking about the decisions I made, the successes and failures that I had in here. I'm still wanting to play this game again. So, yeah. Thank you for joining me today. Patreons, thank you so much for backing me on the channel. Big hearts. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Your continued coming to the table and playing these games with me and helping me when I screw up some rules. It means something, because I don't want somebody else to watch this and be like, I played it like Canje did and I played it wrong. When you say, hey, you did something wrong or you missed this thing, I don't take it any other way but then constructive feedback that says, I need to fix that, and thank you. So, subscribers, thank you. Patrons, thank you for making sure to keep me honest and make sure I don't mess this up. This was... I'm drained. This is a lot. This is a great game, and I can't wait to play Tales of a Ruined City. Remember the inserts... The inserts fits Tales of a Ruined City and the base game. It doesn't fit Days of the Siege because they haven't crafted that. Destroyers haven't crafted that yet, but I'd say just keep that in mind. And yeah. Oh goodness, did I freeze again? I hope I didn't freeze again. Can you guys still hear me? I don't know if you can still hear me, or if you lost me or not. Oh, I'm good? Okay. Alright, so tomorrow, Kingdom Death Monster. Hey, glad to have you joining us back. Missed you. Elizabeth, wherever you are, come back soon. We do miss you on the channel. Rory, glad you're here. Steven, glad you're here. Jason, thank you so much. So many people to thank, so many people to thank. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Yeah, I feel good, and I want to continue playing this game, but I gotta go to bed and then go to work. But you'll see me tomorrow. So, thank you so much, everybody. Stay safe out there. See you next time. Bye bye.